Hello, 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 hello. Testing, testing. Oh gosh, this isn't working. Oh, is it because it's over here? Never mind. It still looks blurry to me. Doesn't it?
Washed out. Turn this on.
No, it's not that. It's blurry. It's not. But then when you let it go, it goes blurry again. Can you turn that off? Yeah, and then turn that back on. The other one. It's not that. That's not the problem. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. Hello. What is that? What are you doing? Oh, that's not.
I know.
That's not right. That's how my vision looks without my glasses on. Love, you just made it so much worse. Sorry, one moment. How's everyone doing today? Love, you made it so much worse. Can you just hit the autofocus?
Doesn't work.
Love.
It's delayed. Give it a second.
Brian, can you give me that thing?
Yeah.
See, it's so weird because when you hold that down, it goes clear, and then the second you let go, it goes blurry again. So just stand there and hold it. Is it blurry, guys? Am I blurry? Am I blurry, and can you hear me? Okay. They said it's clear now.
They said it's clear.
Yeah. Is it?
Okay. Where's that?
It's in my purse. I think it's in the zipper of my purse. So it looks clear. It's so hard to tell. And can you guys hear me okay? Oh yeah, okay. The sound's good. Thank you so much. Yeah. Right. August 25th. Yeah. Okay. How's everyone doing? How are you? How's it going? How was your Sundays? Sorry, 1 second. I cannot see. My glasses are very dirty. Yeah, I gotta figure out. I'm not good with the technical stuff, and it looks very bright in here, but it's not. I don't know. I just have the windows open, but I don't know how to fix that, so I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you, Richard. I am feeling so much better. I had 2 migraines this week, but I actually slept before this live, which has never happened before before book club before. I got 6 hours of sleep last night, so I'm feeling great. Okay, cool. Oh, Richard, can you also tell me your suggestions for the categories? You had 50s horror, and then what else did you have? Oops. Yeah, I feel great today. I got sleep, and I have not had a boba all weekend. I know. And I was going to get some today, and then I was like, a Coke sounds so much better for some reason. So I don't even know who I am. I'm a new woman. I am a new woman. Oh, purple book covers. You mean just German horror? That's an interesting one. Okay, we will get to that eventually. So tell me, guys, how's your day going? What do you mean on the road all day? Like you're on a road trip? Or... I know. Nat, I was going to say if Nat's here, she's going to be like, you have to have a boba. Oh, cute. That does sound nice. Yeah, vanilla Coke. It's the best. It's the absolute best. Did anybody else have any plans for this Sunday? Did you guys do anything? Well, I guess it's still kind of early for us in the US, but... Oh, look who it is! Hello. Hello, ma'am. Did you guys see the picture I posted on Instagram of the cat? She was just sitting like this to a wall. She is a freak. Oh, you drove all day, but you're back now? You just got married! Congratulations! Wait, today? Like this day? They are the worst. But no migraines today. That's why everything's probably... Usually I post like the stuff, usually I post it a little bit earlier, but I was kind of late today, so I'm glad you guys are all still here. Got some reading done. Ooh, and some pho. That sounds delicious. Categories, you mean, Richard? Or yesterday? Congratulations. Congratulations. That's so exciting. I hope you had a very wonderful wedding. Hi, JC. Okay, good, nice. That's really awesome. What are you yelling at me for? What? I'm sorry, you can host book club. Go ahead. What do you have to say? What? Oh, you just got so much hair in my mouth. No, I don't have any categories. Sorry, I have lip gloss on. And she just headbutted me and got so much hair in my mouth. No, I don't have any categories. So, on eating cat hair for the rest of the stream. That was such a bad idea. Okay, so for those of you that are here, I thought maybe we could do something different. If you guys are on Instagram, then you guys have probably already seen this, or I think I posted on YouTube too. If you're on Discord, oh no, I didn't post on Discord. Shit, I was gonna do that. I was thinking that for, so what is this, August? So for September's book club, that we can go for a category. But I want to know how you guys feel because you guys are the ones that show up for book club, you know? So it kind of you're the most important people to make this decision, you know what I mean? Because you guys are the ones that are like, most of you are the ones that are here every month. So what I asked was if you guys wanted to try categories. So I asked for different categories for horror books. And then that way, because like my thought process was we've read a lot of horror that was published this year. And I feel like if it's between any horror book and a brand new horror book, people are going to want to read the new one, or at least that's the trend that I'm seeing. And so instead of making everybody buy a brand new book every single month, like I want you guys to be able to like get it from the library or find it at a used bookstore or borrow it from a friend or whatever, so that you don't have to buy a book every month, you know? And then I thought it would be cool too for the people who, oh my God, there's still cat hair everywhere. For the people who can't make lives and watch them after the fact, if they could be involved with like, you know, giving categories and stuff and book suggestions. What do you guys think? I'm just curious. Let's start a poll and see how you guys feel about categories. How do you spell categories? Did I spell that right? No, categories. If I didn't spell that right, just pretend like I did. But I'm curious what you guys think. Because I know that there are some people that just want to be able to recommend whatever book. And I'm not saying we have to do this every month, you know? But some of the people that were messaging me about it weren't people that I've seen in book club, which is fine. They can still have opinions, but like you guys, I feel like, you know, the people that show up, I'm just curious how you guys feel. And for those of you who don't like the idea of categories, can you tell me why? Because there's probably some stuff that I'm not considering. Yeah, yeah, that's true too, Nat, because yeah, and then the only people also that get to recommend books are the people that stay till the very end of the live stream, which isn't everyone, you know? So I just want to, if people want to be involved more and be able to recommend books, maybe they can't stay the full live stream, or maybe they're watching it after or whatever, they could still recommend a book. That was my idea. But if you don't like the idea, very curious why. And that's totally fine if you don't like the idea, by the way. Oh yeah, I should probably explain it just in case you didn't see it on Instagram. So this is, sorry, I just assumed that everybody had seen that post. So my suggestion was whoever wants to can submit categories beforehand. So I put a thing on Instagram. I also put a thing on YouTube so people can submit categories. So I have a bunch of categories from those people already. And then obviously you guys can add your own if you hadn't submitted there yet. And then we'll pick a category here together live. So that way, you know, you're still part of picking the next month's book. And then you guys can give me suggestions. And then after the category is picked, I'm also going to post on Instagram. And then they can also give me suggestions too. So then I'm thinking we're going to have more suggestions than usual. I'll randomly, like here, I'll show you. So here are the suggestions for this month. Can you guys read that actually? No, you're not late. You're perfectly, we're We're just chatting. You're perfectly on time. Okay. Can you guys read that? It looks just like a blob to me. Shit, you can't see it. Okay, didn't account for that. I don't know why you can't. Maybe if I make it bigger? Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, so I obviously won't have this up the whole time, but just so you guys can see. So here are the categories that other people have picked. So we got some body horror, some creature features, gothic horror, horror from the 70s, horror from the 50s. Someone did say horror in the woods, but I think that one I will probably erase just because we did that one this month, you know? Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm messing up. But this was my idea. So then we spin the wheel, we get a category for the month, and then next, when people give me suggestions, I'll do that again with the wheel, and I'll pick 6 at random. And then, as always, I bring those 6 to Patreon, and then Patreon will be like the deciding factor. You guys, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Am I making any sense? So the only negative that I have thought of is that the people that do stay till the end of book club, their recommendations have always been in the option. The only negative is that now it's going to be more random. So it's up to you guys. Oh, is it Richard? Did we figure out what order it's in? Cuz I'm still trying to figure out if do we Yeah, Men in Love. Is this is it after Skag Boys? So should I read Men in Love after Skag Boys before Train Spotting? Is that what it is? Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. I've been definitely slacking in the content department as of late, but I'm hoping to get back there. That's very nice. Thank you. Nope, you're perfect. You're not late. I'm hoping to get back into like a normal schedule, you know? It's been a little hard this year because I haven't been feeling great, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And I'm hoping I can at least be consistent, at least for at least in October, you know? Let's see. Because I haven't figured out, what is it? The Mark Renton series? Okay. See, this one doesn't even have Men in Love in it. So I don't know where it goes in the list. This is what's so weird, is it doesn't show it in what order I'm supposed to read it. Okay, in the late 1980s. I gotta buy this book. So I'm gonna... Okay, 1984. So then it has to be after Skag Boys. Yay! Welcome to your first book club! Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, for book club I usually like read my oh yeah, I did that. read my notes beforehand and get a little bit more ready. According to Goodreads, it's set in the late 80s and it's set after Train Spotting. What? Well, Skag Boys, Google says Skag Boys was set in 1984. Oh no, or is it just saying the release date? Maybe. No, because Skag Boys was written in the 2000s, so... Sorry, guys. What year is it in the Train Spotting book? 93. Or is that the publication date? Originally published. Why can't Google just know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm saying? Okay, we'll figure this out. Richard, we'll figure this out. I don't know. The only reason why I haven't picked it up is I don't know if I read it before Train Spotting or after Train Spotting. But I'm glad that it's out. It says it's a sequel to Train Spotting. I just am hesitant to believe that because it's set in the late 1980s. For whatever reason, I thought it was before. Oh no, you're right. Leaving heroin behind. Okay, so it is after. Okay, so I read Train Spotting first. Cool. Okay, sorry guys. Here we are. Okay, sorry. So yeah, you guys are right. It's after Train Spotting. Oh, okay. So then after we pick the category, so I'll spin this wheel, we'll do this together, and then the category will be picked. Then I'll ask you guys for suggestions. I'll ask Instagram for suggestions. I'll put all of them again. Are you guys all on Instagram? Let me end this poll. It seems like most people are okay to at least try the category, so we'll try that. No, Richard, you're totally fine. I'm glad that I know that it's out. I'll put a thing on Instagram. Everyone will submit their thing. Then if there's a ton of books, we'll do the wheel again. I'll select 6 random. I'll spin the wheel 6 times and I'll film it and I'll post it on Instagram so you guys can see what gets selected. And then I take those 6 books, I bring them to Patreon, and then Patreon selects the final one, which is what we've done the whole time. Patreon has always selected the final book. So you guys give the suggestions, and then they're the ones that decide what we actually read. Yes, Instagram. Okay, cool. So if you're not on Instagram, I don't know how I'm going to do it because I don't really want to post a thing on YouTube because it's only going to be up for a day. And I don't want people to post after. So I don't know. We'll figure that out. Do you guys want to select the category for next month before we talk about the book club for this month? So you guys can kind of think about the options for that category, or do you want to save that till the end? I'm fine with either. Makes no difference to me. Okay, you want to wait till after book club? Maybe before. Okay, you guys duke it out. Because it's so hard to come up with things on the spot. Okay. Is that okay, Richard, if we do it before? So that way you guys can think about the book throughout book club that you want to suggest. Because you're right. I'm the same way. Why does it sound like the cat's getting into something? Before it's fine. Okay. So let me put the thing back up. So here is what we have so far. We have creature feature. The person specifically stated that the creature has to be the main antagonist, but I feel like that's probably true for most creature features. We have Gothic horror, folk horror, wilderness horror, vampires, horror that has fears in it, so like claustrophobia or arachnophobia or whatever. Horror with the best covers, translated horror, so a book from any other country, strange horror, classic horror, and some of these are going to be open for interpretation. We have just the Stephen King one, body horror, coming of age, new vintage. So this person said new books, but that have old vintage covers, which I thought was kind of a cool idea. I don't know. Well, I guess I can't think of some books that would fit in that category, so that'll be interesting. Horror from the 70s, purple book covers, German horror, 50s horror, and then again, I'm going to delete this horror in the woods one just because that's what we did this month. So, do you guys have any other categories that you guys want to add before we spin the wheel? I know, I'm curious too. I have no idea how this is going to go, but we will see. So are these good with categories, or you guys want to add something else? Oh, cosmic horror, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, cults. That's great. That's great. You guys are cracking me up. Yeah, cults is good. I always feel bad adding my own categories. Oh, ghost? Okay, if you add ghosts, then I'm gonna add witches. Because I would like to read. Dean Koontz. Okay. Ooh, aquatic. Like it, like it. Feels like the price is right. I guess I can. Oh, no, maybe not. Female. Love that. Survival horror. Perfect, perfect. Vampires. We got vampires. Yep. Right here. Anything else? Desert. No, I don't know who that is. Jason Pargin? Do you want that as a category? Or no? Oh. I'm gonna mess this up, dang it. Okay, hold on. This and then do this. There we go, okay. I'm gonna put it little just while we figure out the categories. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh, uncanny horror. And that way too we can talk about the suggestions. What do you be my non-horror category? Yeah, sci-fi. Sci-fi horror. Oh, okay. No, I've never read that author. I'm not sure who that is. Jason Pargin. Oh, I have seen his books though. I have seen his books at Barnes and Noble. He has like crazy book covers. But I haven't read any of them so far. Ooh. Korean horror. We also do have foreign horror too. So actually, maybe we just leave it more broad, and then you can put Korean books if that one gets selected, if that's okay. Oh, that's true, but I knew what you meant. Survival horror, so post. Gosh, I have to spell apocalyptic. We're gonna pretend like that's how you spell it. No, you don't have to stop. Existential horror. Existential. You guys are really testing my spelling. Yes, we're picking next month's category for book suggestions. So are you guys ready? Ooh, botanical horror. You guys are gonna have to think on some of these. Are you guys ready to choose? Should we spin though? Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me make it wait. Bigger. And move it here. Okay. I'm also going to just film the wheel so I can post it on Instagram. Okay, so here's the category for next month's book club. So I'm just going to shuffle a few times and spin the wheel. Let's see what our category is. Oh! Gothic horror. What do you guys think? Okay, what do you guys think? That's a good one. I feel like that's a good category. We'll start easy. I feel like that's kind of fun. Yeah, tons of options. Okay, cool. So you guys can think about that while we talk about this book, The Staircase in the Woods by Chuck Wendig. So close, Richard, so close. Okay, so like I said before, I usually read over my notes and stuff before. We're just straight raw dog in this book club because I didn't look at my notes at all. Is there anybody in here that hasn't read this book? Just so I know, so I can give you guys more of a synopsis as we go through so you're not like completely lost. Yeah, that's a great first category. Some of them were, I feel like, gonna be hard to think of specific books, at least for me, but that one's perfect. I feel like that's a good place to start. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. So, A Staircase in the Woods. All right, then I'll just give you guys, I am going to be ruining the book for you, just so you know, though. Like, we will be talking about specifics of the book. So, just keep that in mind. But I will be giving you guys, I'll do my best to give you guys, like, the plot of what's happening. Okay, so the general synopsis of this story is that we have these 5 friends, and they find a staircase in the woods. One of them, yeah, this was my first book from this author. That's totally fine. No, it's okay that you haven't read it. Just know that I'm gonna give away the plot of the book, you know? Marlo, where are you going? Where are you going? Come here. Come here. What are you doing? Okay, so one of the friends goes up the staircase and disappears. Then you have the 4 remaining friends who are dealing with the aftermath of their friend who has gone missing. They're kind of looked at suspiciously in the town because the person that went missing, his name was Maddie. He was like the golden child of the town, super talented, smart, whatever. So everyone thinks that these friends had something to do with it. And the book takes place, what is it, like 20, 30 years later, where one of the friends, I already forgot their names. I just finished this book like a day or two ago and I already forget the guy's name. Nick. He writes them an email and he's like, hey, you little fuckheads, I'm dying of cancer. Come say bye or something. And they're like, okay. So they all meet again for the first time in like 20, 30 years. And Nick has brought them to a new staircase in the woods. And he wants to try to find Maddie. That's totally fine. You're not the only one that didn't finish. That's for sure. This book had mixed reviews. I'm not gonna lie. It was really interesting talking about it on our Discord because some people loved it and some people hated it. So a very mixed book. I would say that this is one of the more mixed reviews that we've gotten on Book Club Book. Okay. So then they lead him to the staircase and they have to choose, do they go in and look for Maddie and try to figure out what this staircase in the woods is, or do they not do it and they end up going into the staircase and going, I don't know, to this like alternate place. But my first question for you guys is, why do you think the book was only written from Owen and Laura's perspective? Because I thought that was, I mean, I guess maybe it makes sense later on, but very weird that we have 4 main characters of this book and only 2 perspectives of those characters. Did you guys like that? Or how did you feel about the perspectives, I guess, is what I'm asking. It's a blind owl. Oh, is it disturbing? That's the first thing that popped up. It's a disturbing book. I'll have to look into this one. I've never heard of this. Hello, welcome. Oh, you're saying because Owen and Lore are so opposite that we get kind of like a range of perspectives because they're 2 very different characters? Yeah, okay. They had potential, but they're very cliche. I suppose we're expected to root for them. Okay, let's talk about the authors for a second. The characters for a second. Hello! Did everyone hate these characters? Because it seemed like even the people that liked the book kind of did hate the characters. So, Richard, I know you hate them. But did everybody hate them? Remember that one time that we had a live and there were like fireworks going off and stuff? Like I somehow made the computer set off fireworks. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? Okay, hated all of them. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, they're divisive characters. Owen has so much anxiety that it's infuriating. Oh, interesting. And Lore is so bold that she alienates everyone. Lore got on my nerves the most, but they all annoyed me, especially Lore. I think the bond between the two was expanded the most. Okay, yeah. And possibly it could have muddied the waters with too many characters' POVs. Interesting. Okay. I hated them all in the beginning, but I liked them by the end. But I feel like I wasn't supposed to like them. Yeah, okay. Unlikable characters only work. Can I read? Hello. Unlikable characters only don't work when I feel like the author is like pushing you to like them. Yes. Okay, yeah. I knew that you'd know what I was talking about, Richard. But I don't know, because it doesn't do that now. So I don't know how I did it before. I just remembered that. I was like, oh yeah, remember when I set off fireworks for some reason? And I'm still using the same program. Oh, interesting. They were balancing on the line between relatable and annoying. Okay. Trying to convince me. Oh, yeah, that they aren't insufferable. Yeah. Okay. You didn't, but they weren't developed enough for you. Okay. The tropes could have been more original. Interesting. But you didn't hate them. Okay. The heart. Yeah, see, what is going on? I don't know how I did that. This chair. And Owen's feelings for Laura were a big part of the plot. That is true. I liked them mostly. They were assholes, but the author gave them redeemable qualities. Okay, so it seems like we've got a pretty range of emotions as far as the characters go, which is pretty interesting. The constant bickering between them got on my nerves too. Okay, so they were filled with so much self-loathing. They kind of didn't even like each other. I definitely wouldn't have been in that friend group. Okay, so here's my thing. Because I am not trying to convince anybody to like these characters. Totally get why you don't like them. Get why they're annoying. I read a lot of people saying they hated the characters before going in. So I'm like, oh gosh, was super nervous about it. But my thought process is they're assholes to each other throughout the book. It's not that we see these characters in the context of anything else besides their relationship to one another. So it made sense for me, one, that they were assholes because the house was influencing them, but two, because they also had so much history between them. And so I didn't even hate the characters. Like I didn't mind them being assholes because I was thinking like, well, yeah, if you have a group of friends from like say high school and everyone fell apart because someone went missing and all of the like anxiety and unknown of what happened to your friend, I feel like that would bring up negative feelings. And all of them did have pretty serious childhood trauma going on that I feel like those feelings were being brought up too when they got back together. Like it wasn't that they were just dealing with their emotions with one another. They were also dealing with their own emotions from that time period when they were friends. Do you know what I mean? So that's just my thought on it. I really didn't hate them. I didn't mind them at all, actually. I mean, would I be friends with them? No. But like in the context of the story, it wasn't like we got to see them be assholes to everyone in their life. They were just kind of assholes to each other. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Definitely had a couple of Laura's in my life. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like some of the stuff, like I'm sure everyone as a teen can like commiserate with feeling lonely or whatever else that they were going through. So I do feel like there were some qualities that I understood maybe. Okay. What was irritable about them is that I had the impression they hadn't grown up. They were just overgrown teens. Okay, I 100% agree with that. But at the same time, I also kind of understand why. Like none of them have gotten on with their lives after Maddie disappeared. They kind of left off or the book kind of started where they left off. You know what I mean? So I feel like this was a way for them to go back and make amends with each other, but also like pick up their lives for the first time, kind of, you know? But I totally get what you're saying. And yeah, I feel the same way. They did feel like a group of teens again, but also we're only seeing them through the context of the house's influence on them too. So does that change your guys' perspective? Like, the house makes you angry. The house brings out your worst qualities. So do you guys have any sort of like grace with them when reading this? Do you know what I mean? Or are you just like, grow up? Because either way is fine, obviously. But I'm just curious. Because that's kind of how I read it, was the house is influencing them throughout the entire book. No, it's totally fine. You're not the only one that DNF'd it. Don't worry. And you're right in that it did take a while to pick up. It is a slow start, for sure. But I think the second half of the book I preferred much more than the first half. Okay, so they hadn't grown either for two reasons. Either the trauma of Maddie's disappearance and the town hating them, that kind of stunted their growth, and then them coming back together. Yeah, that's how I felt too. Like, imagine that. Imagine being a teen, your best friend goes missing, and the entire town thinks that you murdered them. That would fuck anybody up. You know, how do you go on with life after that? Totally fair. Oh, wow, a 1 star. Interesting. Okay. This is also why I like having these discussions, because I like seeing what other people saw that I didn't in the book as well, you know? Yes, brought them back to their old teenage behaviors. That's exactly how I felt, yes. I think not showing Nick's POV was deliberate. Okay, yeah. So you didn't understand what he had going on beneath the surface. I think that's true too, and I think maybe that's why we didn't see, what's the other guy's name? I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Is it Hamish? Hamish? Maybe that's why you didn't see his perspective either, because if you only didn't see Nick's perspective, then it would have been maybe too obvious what was going to go on. My thing was, I thought it would have been cool if we had all 4 perspectives and we got like the creepy side of Nick throughout, because I didn't think the whole Nick twist in the book really did much for the story for me personally. So I think it would have been cool if like we had Nick's perspective and he's like hearing voices or like saying things in his head, or you're in this place where you're like, is this just the house, or like what's going on? The only thing I didn't like is I didn't like the alternating perspectives in one chapter. I wish that each chapter was told from a different perspective. That's the only thing that kind of bothered me storytelling wise. But yes, I agree that Nick not having his POV, it was like the big reveal or whatever. Yeah, you're definitely not, you're not alone if you DNF this book. There's quite a few people in here that didn't like it and it wasn't for them, and that's totally fine. So the whole point was mending broken friendships and toxicity around it, yeah. But for you, it worked. You like the dynamic. Interesting. And you could relate to different parts of the characters. Yeah, and they're all flawed too. I personally like when characters are flawed. I think that they're maybe a little bit two-dimensional when like you just have a good character or you just have a bad character. I kind of like the in-between, you're an asshole, but I also kind of see where you're coming from. And I've read so many characters that I hate even more than this. Heathcliff. I will never stop talking about how much I hate Heathcliff. So yeah, I feel like reading any character other than Heathcliff is a breeze. Oh, I almost DNF'd but wanted to see the end. I didn't hate the characters. I just felt like their personalities were exaggerated and tropey. That's fair. That's fair. I definitely can relate to that. Ow. I'm regretting DNF. Oh no. Why? Why did that happen? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back now? That's annoying because my chat is over here now. That's fine, whatever. Man, how did he take it outside of here? Sorry, can you guys, is everything good for you, the video and the sound and everything? Because it like glitched on my side. I hate this room because it's either freezing when the AC is on, or the second the AC turns off, I'm like sweating. Because this room's the only room in my house that actually gets sunlight. So I keep going really cold and then really hot. Yes, you're definitely supposed to hate Heathcliff. He is the worst character of all freaking time ever. Sorry, I think I missed some stuff. Oh, interesting. The political stuff took me out of the story. So I wonder if this is like a regional thing because I live in California and like I feel like that's just normal. Like I just know people like that. So that like didn't even make me blink an eye. So I wonder if that's, I mean, like not that it wasn't annoying, you know what I mean? But I feel like, I don't know, maybe it just depends. But I was reading this thinking like, oh yeah, people from the US probably like, this probably would be annoying to read too. Okay, so they weren't developed enough. Yeah, and you're right. You're right. Yeah, like 20, 30 years, that's a long time to stew on one thing. Like you would think that they would have changed a little bit. So I totally see where you're coming from. Nick was spiking their drinks for jokes before the staircase, and that's a shitty move. Then after finding out what happened to him, it made me even more angry that he was doing it. Oh, interesting. So Nick's trauma made you like him even less because I don't know. I feel like people, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I would understand him acting out as a teen, not knowing like how to handle that. Nick's situation, I think, was the most fucked up. Because of her mom, yeah. Like her mom finally came back, but then she got taken away. That's such a good point too. Yeah, because that's what took her mom away from her. So that's why she's so focused on politics. That's such a good thing. That's something that I hadn't even considered. And I think you're right about that. Sorry, I have to catch up. I'm a little bit behind on the... Oh, Hamish, thank you. Okay, so that's fair too. They weren't redeemable characters to you. That's fair. You never left. Okay, sorry. Everything, my computer kind of messed up, so. Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to fix the, just drag it over. I don't know what that means, Brian. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's totally fair. Even when you agree with the politics, you don't want to read about it. I 100% agree. I do not like reading about. No, Brian, help me. I don't. I don't like reading about modern politics either. How do I get this over here again? Because it like.
Three dots,
Yeah.
and then pop out, and then you can drag it.
And then I just do this.
Yeah.
I don't know why it messed up. Thank you so much. Okay, this is so much better because I can't see well. But now I lost my spot again. Oh yeah, that's what we were saying. Yeah. So I totally agree with you. I don't like reading about modern politics too, but I do think in the context of the book, like you guys were saying, that that's what took her mom away. So I don't know if it really was about politics at the end of the day, but yeah, I agree with you. Hello. Well, you just had like one of the characters was like Republican and the other one was very liberal, so you just had like a little bit of animosity between the two coming from the liberal side only. I just felt like she was so passionate about being a good person politically, but in her everyday life she was not a good person. That's fair. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah. No, he is from Wuthering Heights. I just like have a long running hatred for him. So every time we talk about bad characters, I just always bring up how much I hate Heathcliff. Oh, interesting. The politics just felt like an extension of her over exaggerated personality. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think that's kind of how I feel too. Richard is like everything is so politicized nowadays. Like sometimes you just want a break, and especially reading a horror book, you're like, okay, I'll get a break from that stuff. And then when you're still reading about it, you're like, okay, can we just have 5 seconds where we don't talk about politics, please? Interesting. See, this is it seems the consensus is that the characters were pretty underdeveloped for most people and that they were more caricatures of characters than actual characters themselves. So they had messed up childhoods to begin with, they only had good things taken away, and all suspicion made it even worse than before. I can see why they were so dysfunctional. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine being a normal person, but I also do agree with like, well, 20, 30 years later, you should have developed some sort of skills. You know what I mean? But also, that's the thing about this book too, is that the house is influencing them 98% of the book, you know? So that's also something we have to keep in mind is they are reverting back to their to themselves. And we don't really get to see them much in the context of life outside of the house. So, as much as we can assume this is how they are in real life, we actually don't know, you know? Oh, yeah, yeah. JC, I kind of feel the same way too. Like, I know a few lores. You know, I know a few lores in my life too. And yeah, it did feel like that. And now that I'm thinking about it, now I'm thinking about like the lores in real life, if it actually is about politics or if it's something else. You know what I mean? Like people that are so quick to like jump down your throat about anything. Yes. Yes, being politically moral and better than everyone. Yeah, that's so true. But in reality is yeah. Um yeah. Oh, interesting. You love to read about modern politics and books. Interesting. See, I like when things are metaphors. Like I like metaphorically dealing with politics. I think that's cool. Or using politics to speak about something else. I'm totally fine with that. But I think I'm just so exhausted that when I'm picking up a book, I don't want to hear about Republicans or Democrats. But that is interesting that that's something that you enjoy reading. Richard, I'm finishing that Something in the Water book, and oh my god, I hate those characters. Maybe that's why I didn't hate these characters, because I started Something in the Water, and then I read this, and then I went back to Something in the Water, and those, it's just a thriller book, guys, and these people make the dumbest decision. I'm like, die, die, all of you die right now, die. I cannot wait till these people die because they are so fucking stupid. I wish we had more of. Wait, how did you say it was pronounced? Hamish? Hamish's perspective. I felt like he was the least developed. 100% he was. I would have liked to know more. Yeah. That's kind of how I felt too. Yeah, going from like easygoing hippie to like Republican. That's how I feel too, where I feel like I would have liked even Nick's perspective on this, because I know that he was supposed to be the bad guy in it, but like, I don't know, was he? Yeah, it's the TBR book. So, oh my gosh, sorry, that was probably so annoying. Yeah, I think we got his perspective once in the story for a page, and that's it, which felt weird to me. Like, if you're not going to give his perspective, don't give his perspective. And if you're going to bring him in, don't just have one page of him. So 100% agree. He was definitely the least developed character and had like probably the most, one of the more interesting arcs, you know? Yeah, I felt the same way too. Like, how could you not be freaking out, being like, "Oh, I'm stuck in this house." Okay, so for those of you who haven't read the book, they go into this house, right? Or they walk up the staircase, and they're suddenly in this house, and they don't know what it is, and they're trying to figure out how to get out of there and get back to the staircase, but they keep ending up further and further and further in their house, in this house. And every time they close the door of the house, a new door appears after it, after they've entered another room. So like they walk from a bedroom to the living room, and then they close the door, that bedroom becomes something else. So it's always changing. And as you go through the story, you learn that the house isn't just a normal house. It's basically like anything bad that has gone wrong in a house ever, those are the rooms that they're going through. So not only are they seeing their own personal traumas being represented in the rooms, like for example, Owen sees his dying father in one of the rooms. Not only that, but they're also going into like a house where the parents were murdered, a house where children were murdered, um, gas leaks and all horrible things. So pretty much anything bad that has happened in a house ever, those are the rooms that they're seeing. So it's almost like they're going through a haunted house, but for real life stuff. Does that make sense? And so it kind of reminded me of the movie Cube. Have you guys seen the movie Cube? Where they're stuck in a cube and then all the rooms keep turning. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Anyways, it reminded me of that. And honestly, okay, Richard, I was just gonna say, it also reminds me a little bit of House of Leaves. Yeah, it felt like a mixture of Cubes and House of Leaves to me. Yeah, we see just a tiny bit that he overdosed one time. Yeah, I would have liked to see more about him too. Wait, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling Blind Owl book? Is it there something about, is that more, What is this about? I have it up here. I promise I'm looking into it. Pinky Promise. I would read another one of this author's book. Yeah, 100%. And before choosing it, I had a few people message me and say, Gosh, I am so pale. I gotta figure out my lighting. Anyways, sorry. Before I started this one, a few people messaged me and said, this is a great writer. This is my least favorite book from him. So I would be interested to see his other books. I personally liked the house aspect. I know you guys didn't like the characters. How did you feel about the house? Because I thought it was pretty cool being able to go through and see all the bloody scenes. Did you guys like that or no? Yeah, he was definitely a background character for sure. Oh, it's a Scottish name. So is it pronounced Hamish? Is that how you... Characters all acted and talked like middle schoolers. Yeah. Miss the old horror characters. Yeah, working together to defeat something. I mean, I think at the end they did, but for sure these characters are definitely more cared about themselves. But again, it's also the house that was influencing them the whole time too. So like, where do you draw the line between hating the characters and hating the house's influence on the characters? Oh, interesting. The Catacombs of Paris movie. But can't get out until they face their fears. Is that the so above, so below, as above, so below? Is that what movie you're talking about? Because that is actually a chapter name in this book. So that's interesting if that's what you're... Yeah, as above, so below. Yeah. Yeah, so that actually is a chapter name in the book, so maybe that is what he was inspired by. Your biggest pet peeve was that whenever the author wrote about something relevant from 2020 to now, it felt extremely forced. When? Oh yeah, no, this was published this year. I don't know too. I don't know how you guys feel, but anytime like any pandemic thing is mentioned in a book, I'm like, nope, I'm not going back. Oh, this is a great question. How do you guys feel about the movie game reference? I'm not into games, or no, I'm big into games, so I appreciated it. Okay, such a great question because I do not play games I mean, I play some games on Patreon. My Patreon people here, you can attest to how bad I am at video games. So that's a good question. How did you guys feel about the video games mentioned? Because I was thinking about this too. I was thinking like, this isn't for me, but someone super into video games, I could see them being like, oh, this is pretty cool because video games are huge nowadays, but they're not really talked about in books like this. And most of the house they were kind of analyzing like it was a video game. So that's a great question. But you did get the feeling, God, my freaking battery. 1 second, guys. 1 second. My battery's exhausted. It's exhausted from hearing me talk. Where's my other one? I just want to charge it. Okay. I told you I was unprepared today. I didn't even charge my other battery, so hopefully we make it. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure out to me, this looks super blurry. I mean, I know that it's really white, but I don't know how to fix anything. I told you I'm not very good at the technical side of this stuff. Okay, the house was the best part of it. The house was redeeming. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, it is Hamish. Okay. Characters landed in Otherworld, found rules and need to abide by rules. This one was about them figuring out the rules of the world. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good explanation. Yeah, so that's a good point too, is when, like, for example, we read The Deep by Nick Cutter a few book clubs ago, and the book is like, hey, I'm about this disease that's killing people, and you're like, hey, that sounds cool. And then the book's like, haha, just kidding, I'm really about this, like, I'm really not about that at all. And the consensus for that was like, oh, what a bummer, because we really wanted to see this. This book was kind of the opposite of that for me. Like, it was like, hey, there's stairs in the woods, and you're like, oh, I wonder what that is. And then it's like, just kidding, here's a murder house, and you're like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of more fun than just sitting in the woods all day. So yeah, I liked that too. The author is involved in the gaming industry. Oh, okay. And felt he tried to ram anything to do with gaming on us. Okay, this is also fair. I thought it was cool, but repetitive at times. The only thing I'll say about the murder house is I did feel like all the stuff happening in the house was stuff that we've seen or heard before. So, although I enjoyed it, I didn't know that if it was like as original. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they're all stories that we've heard, like, oh, the mom is poisoning her kid slowly and just saying he's sick, or this or that. It's like stories that we've heard. So most of that, although I enjoyed it, I did feel like it was stuff that I've read before, you know? When they went up the stairs, or when they were up the stairs, I felt, oh, okay, you weren't interested anymore in the book. Interesting. This is where I dropped it. That is true. Yeah. Well, is it more about the characters than the story? Wait, so did you read any of when they're actually in the murder house, or just like once they got up the stairs, you were like, okay, not for me? Okay, so you're not a fan of like pop culture and books. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I can see with this book, I can see why people enjoyed it, and I can see why people didn't like it. You know what I mean? Okay, so they're in this house, they're going from room to room. They start to figure out that the house is affecting them personally. It's making them think bad thoughts. They want to kill each other. They want to get away from each other. They're starting to let the house in slowly, and that's affecting them. And then at one point, they end up splitting up because Owen sees his father, his dead father, who like verbally abused him as a kid. He sees him in a room, freaks out, shuts the door, and every time you shut the door after you've gone into a room, the rooms change. So Lore and Hamish go one way, and Nick and Owen go the other way. They go room to room. They're looking at different murder scenes. Am I missing anything? I feel like that's like kind of the whole plot of the story. Yeah. That, and I still enjoyed reading it. It wasn't like, oh, I've read this before. This is dumb. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, imagine actually being stuck in this room. You're like, oh, let's go find our friend who's been missing for 20 years. Oh, here's a house or a room of every single person who's ever been murdered ever. I thought it was an interesting concept. But I totally agree. I can see where you guys are coming from. Like, it felt tropey in some aspects. Oh, interesting. Which also feels like dark matter. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it would have been like an 800-page story if every room was an original thing. Yeah, you're right. That's true. It was more just like, you get what I'm saying. Murder, baby dead, parents dead. You get what I'm saying. So yeah, that's very true. Sounds like it. Yeah, at least like one or two rooms where you're like, oh, that's fucked up. Would have been nice. But yeah. Oh, interesting. You got bored and started skimming through it. I thought it was going to be a coming of age story. I didn't realize that we weren't going to get much of that. Yeah. Richard, I'm gonna post a thing on Instagram today. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I wasn't feeling good. But I'm gonna ask people if they want to do it next week because I'm assuming most people are gonna be busy because it's a 3-day weekend in the US. And so probably most people are gonna be out of town. So it was supposed to be next weekend, but I'm gonna assume most people are gonna want to change it. All right. We've like very barely talked about any specifics, but probably about 100 pages before anything like really happens in this book. Why did I write? Sometimes I just write page numbers and then I don't highlight anything. It's like, what are you expecting me to look at? I could have done better marking these. Okay, so this is just when they get up the stairs. It doesn't really matter. Okay. We get each of their perspectives going into the house, which I did like. There's this quote that says, and the memory of that house, I think this is Lore's perspective, of being alone and lonely and crushed by an empty world was the same thing she felt upon transitioning from here to there. So I think this is also important too, because this is my interpretation. The author is telling you like, hey, they're going to be feeling the feelings they felt when they're kids. Like everything's going to be more intense. And I think that's why, like you guys were saying, it felt like they were teens again, because the house is like forcing them to feel those things again. And then Nick wants to change, or he wants to fix what was changed when Maddie left. They all have their different reasons for entering, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and how they felt after entering. It says, it was like the room wanted them to fight, like it trapped them here in this soul-killing place, a room of, I don't know if this is a real word or if they are just combining gray and beige together. Hold on, maybe I'm just an idiot and this actually is a real word. Okay, I don't think so. I think they're just saying grage, like gray and beige. Oh, maybe it is a real word. Oh, hello?
Grage.
Wait, grage is a real word? Oh, it's just gray things. I thought they were just... Oh, it is. Okay, a warm gray color with beige undertones. That's a real word. I thought he was just making that up. Okay, well, anyways. In this soul-killing place, a room of grayish walls and cloying vanilla and spilled blood. So... was that 164? Yeah. Saw girl suicide. What the hell does that mean? Saw girl suicide. Oh, this is the beginning. Yeah. That's what starts them in this. So they're stuck in this house. And like you guys said, they're contributing it to a game, kind of like House of Leaves mixed with cubes. So as far as themes go in this book, what were the main themes that you guys picked out of it? The Sixth Sense meets 1408. Kind of, they're not like ghosts though. That's something that we learn while reading it. It kind of is like a video game in that sense. They're not ghosts. They're kind of just like, I know they describe it in the book, but I can't think of what they say, but they're just kind of like the essence of that room duplicated in this place. If that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't know that was a word. Grage? That's funny. Yeah, like a simulation. Thank you. Yeah, that's a better word for it. Yeah. So they're not ghosts in the typical sense of a ghost book or how you would think of ghosts. But I did feel like there were, I don't know what that is, rabbits. Oh, interesting. About underground gaming that changes the reality of the players. Yeah, that does sound similar. I don't know what that is, though. I've never heard of that. Oh, interesting. Being kind while facing hard difficulties. Yeah, I feel like this, we did have themes of like, oh, it's a book and a podcast. Yeah. Like the energies of trauma imprinted in the room. Yeah. Right, guys? Something like that. Is it like Cabin in the Woods? No, because Cabin in the Woods, well, kind of like the moving aspect of it, but Cabin in the Woods is more like those things can't hurt you. In this book, they can't hurt you physically, but they can get into your mind and have you hurt yourself or other people. So you bang pots and pans? Wait, I don't remember that at all. Why did they say that? Oh, yeah, because they... Wait, give me more context. It's coming back to me. Why does he say that? Anyways, I felt like it was mainly about childhood trauma, friendship, aging, that kind of thing. But I do like the idea of like, you also do get to see how people deal with their own difficulties, and if they... I feel like these friends do in certain ways take out their own childhood traumas on one another and do feel a little bit resentful that their friends weren't there for them, even though they never really spoke and communicated about what they were going through. So I do think that that's interesting too. The necessary effort it takes to maintain a relationship and friendship. That is true too, especially as an adult and having friends from from high school or junior high, say, and how difficult it is to maintain those friendships because people change so much. And even though I guess these characters, the problem was they haven't changed enough in some cases, and then I guess with Hamish she did, but yeah, that is that's a good thing too. And maybe just like accepting people for what they are as well, because you spend so much of this book where they're fighting each other, and it's not until they just accept one another's flaws and, well, they're pros and cons really, that they work together to defeat this house. So that's actually a good way of looking at it too. Laura says she's pansexual. Okay, yeah. And Hamish says, so you being possum pants. Okay. I was going to say, it's coming back to me. I know that there was a word in there, but yeah, I do remember reading that now. So I don't really know that there's like much else besides the ending. Let me see what else I think I just highlighted quotes. I think this is just about the rooms. The rooms never repeated. They didn't blur. Wait, the rooms never repeated. They didn't blur though. Hamish remembered them, each and every one, as if passing through them meant they lived with them, or that he was still living in them. Every room a net, a web, a trap, capturing some part of him, some bit of his soul, and keeping it there like a stupid little knickknack on a dust cake shelf. I like this too because I think it really makes you think about what it's like going through these houses or these rooms in these houses. Like each room is taking a part of you with it, and the characters are becoming more and more erratic throughout the story, and I think that that's why I think the house is affecting them. So doesn't matter, like, obviously everyone's has their own opinion whether they like the characters or not, but for me personally, I read it through the context of them being affected by the house rather than this is how they are in life, you know? Oh, okay, so for you is how you move on from something. Yeah. Because we all have friendships that ended sour or prematurely. The constant question of what could have been and how do you move on when you have to. Yeah. Yep, that's true. A lot of themes of friendship for sure, and growth, and like becoming your own person too. Because I feel like also, especially Owen depended on other people like Lore so much throughout his life that he needed to face his own past, like with his dad, when he sees his dad dead in the bed or whatever, to be able to grow and make decisions on his own and not just be part of someone else, be his own person. Oh, interesting. I had a tribe of friends from high school, but many of them chose to quit growing in life. Yeah, our friendships sounds like the book. Yeah, for sure. Yep, that's true. I think it is interesting when you think about it through that context and you think about your own friends. First of all, sounds like a nightmare to me being trapped in a house with like your high school, junior high friends that you don't talk to anymore. That sounds tough on its own. Then you're forced to face your fears, your childhood traumas, your whatever, head on. And then you're also inundated with all the feelings that you had, the loneliness and the whatever else from when you were younger. It seems like a tough situation to be in. So that's kind of how I took on the book, and I think maybe that's why I had a little bit more leniency with the characters, but obviously your opinions are all valid as well. They are annoying. Yes, that's a good point too. Learning how to view the world from other people's perspectives because they are very selfish people. They are inherently very selfish. So yeah, being able to see people's strengths, weaknesses, and like use that in relation to what you have to give to, in this context, get out of the house. Yeah, for sure. Yes, yeah, yeah, that is true. And that's difficult when you're a teenager. Like the world does not center around you. And that's maybe what's annoying everybody about this book is because that's how these characters act. Like act is like the world centers around them. But yeah, that is how I feel like probably most teenagers feel. And then you grow up and you're like, "Oh shit, life is hard." So yeah, that's a really good point. Yes, they were bitter towards each other. It wasn't until they were brought back to the house and more was revealed about what was going on with everyone's past that they were able, yes, to better understand each other, to work together, to see each other's flaws in a different way, and not be so selfish because all of them inherently at the very beginning, they're just like, I can do this on my own. I don't need you guys. You're holding me back, especially Lore. I feel like it takes their negative, whatever they are, like Owen's really anxious, Lore is like very strong headed. It takes all their bad qualities and just exemplify, no. What's the word I'm looking for? You guys know what I mean. Make some bigger. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, my brain. Yeah, a lot of the trauma was related to shitty parents. Yeah. So for me, the house is absorbing all the traumas played out in them. It's like how somebody can say something and it will stick to you and it can fester. Yeah, that's a good point too. And I guess that's also true for the house too, because a lot of the stuff that was happening in the house was like parent stuff too. So maybe that's also why those specific examples were used. A lot of it was like the parents failing the children, which actually I hadn't considered till you just said that. So thank you. I can't think about all the rooms. I guess not all of them because you did have like that teenage girl that commits suicide and stuff like that, but a lot of the other rooms were about parents failing the children and like killing them or hurting them in some capacity. So that's probably a metaphor for what the characters were going through too. Yeah. Oh, interesting. You want a sequel to this? Amplifies. Yeah, you get me. That's what I was trying to say. Amplifies. What did I say? Exemplifies? Oh gosh. I hate open endings. See, this is interesting too. Isn't this so crazy how we can all talk about the same book and just have completely different views and opinions? This is why I love book club. And then the book dropped this. I was like, excuse me? What what about the last 10 pages or so? Be careful how you treat other people because what you say in the heat of the moment or dismiss may be deeper. It may have a deeper impact on someone. I like that too. I like all of it. Okay, we have a different quote in here. All of them had something in them, some aspect of rot and ruin, water stains, blood stains, a puke smell, flickering lights, a fritzing television, mold, so much mold. That's about each of the rooms, which actually is technically kind of, I think, maybe a metaphor for each of the characters as well, right? They all have a little bit of rot and ruin inside them, and that's what was being brought out in the house. And then I was complaining about Hamish. I was like, why did we get his view so late? Why? What is up with the story about him ODing? What is going on? Can I have more, please? 288. Did I? Oh, I did. Okay. This was not a game. It was a true crime documentary These were more than just ghosts. These were memories, rooms of tragedy and terror built into this living house, stolen and conjured anew for whatever dark purpose it served. Just like how his father was dead, but he saw his father, the house stole the room from him and built it here. They were all wandering through the ghosts of bad houses, weren't they? Through the rooms papered with awful memories, carpeted by tears and by blood. So that's what the house was. But I liked the writing. I thought that there was some interesting, like, description and stuff. He cried out in agony of both pain and the revelation of how much pain there was here in this place and in the world beyond. Like, I did highlight quite a bit of quotes that I enjoyed. Well, that's not... We gave up on each other because it was easier than staying together and being reminded of what we lost. That's a good quote. And that is true. They did. They gave up on each other once Maddie disappeared because things were too hard. I don't mind an open ending if it's done well. It allows for your imagination to take over. Yeah. Yeah, but it makes it so the story lives on in your head rent-free for far too long. Yeah, see, isn't this interesting? Like, some people are just like, give me an ending. You're the writer. You do the work. I don't want to write this. You write this. Tell me what's happening. And then some people are like, no, I want to think about it. I want to come to my own conclusions. That's why. That's when you read another book and let that one take over your life instead. I've just been lurking. Hello. Yeah, isn't it so interesting? It's my favorite part too. Yeah, once it makes it up high enough on your TBR, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I don't remember any of that. Yeah, I was seeing if there was anything else, but I think maybe we just do get to the ending. Okay, because that's a question I can ask either. Okay, so for those of you who haven't read it, they're going through this house. Well, now I kind of don't want to give it away if some of you have it on your TBR. I guess I don't have to go into like too much detail. You guys got the premise of the house. But let's go to the ending. We are going to talk about the ending, though. This might ruin it for you. Just beware. Beware. So, let's talk about this ending. Our characters make it out of the house by working together. Friendship always wins. Oh, isn't that lovely? Okay. I don't want to ruin like the entire reading experience for you. But okay, so our characters, they make it out of the house. And in the house, when Owen begins to let the house in, he realizes that the house like feeds you information while you're letting it in. It's also giving you a peek of other things too, kind of like how it works. So because Nick and Owen let the house in more than the others, they have a little bit more information. Lore is able to use that information to try to figure out how to get out of the house. But while Owen's being kind of like possessed by the house is what they call it, he says, Maddie's not in here. Maddie made it out. So thus leads us to the end. They find Maddie, which, by the way, this was probably the only part of the book where I was like, what? They literally, like, his parents have been looking for him for 20 years or whatever. I mean, they had a funeral for him, but no one found a body, no one anything. And then they're like, oh yeah, we just hired a private detective and he still goes by his same name of Maddie. I'm like, wait, what? So anyways, that was the only thing that I'm like, really? He didn't even try to hide? So But I guess maybe that feeds into it. So the question is, well, JC says, do you guys think Maddie made it out okay, or do you think he is now feeding the house with more victims? So the options are Maddie beat the house and escaped, or Maddie has become like Nick, who has agreed to get out of the house by allowing the house in. So the house is like, sure, you can leave, but you gotta let me in. You gotta let me possess you. There are some cases of missing women in Maddie's vicinity. So has Maddie escaped to let the house in so that he can perpetuate this murder house? Or has he defeated the house and is living like fine, like he's not possessed by the house or anything? And if that were the case, why didn't he go back to his family and friends? Why didn't he reach out to anyone? What do you guys think about the ending? They work together, or was he against the others? So at first, Nick is against the others. He's possessed by the house, and he found a staircase before and went in the house alone. And when you go in alone, and that's another metaphor, when you go in alone by yourself, you don't have your friends with you, you break a lot easier. So he becomes possessed, and the house is like, sure, you can go, but you got to bring other people. And he's like, you know what, I'm gonna bring those fuckheads that didn't help me find Maddie. So he gets them all together, he brings them in, and he's like, ha ha ha. And then they're like, well, we're just gonna bring you back. And so they unpossess him, and then they all work together and they escape. More reality based back then, more overlap with other views. Are you saying like because he's more outspoken rather than having his politics in his books be a little bit more like hidden? I want to believe he's okay. I lean towards the house infected him, but they are going to need to cure him. Interesting. Any other thoughts on the ending? Is Maddie okay? I get why he wouldn't reach out to his friends, because the house showed them giving up on him. And then he was just like, okay, fuck everybody. I don't know why he wouldn't find his parents. So I think actually, I feel the opposite. I feel like if the house possessed him, it makes sense that he didn't reach out to his friends, because then he does believe that they gave up on him. But Maddie seemed like honestly the most logical of the book. The reason I feel like he didn't go home was he realized that he was the golden boy, and his family didn't value him for him. They valued him because of his accolades. So to me, I felt like it made more sense that he left his parents. And also, we saw a lot more of that childhood trauma in the other characters. Maybe there was something else going on with Maddie that we aren't privy to as the readers. As you know, like maybe there was something else going on there. Who knows? I chose to believe that Maddie got out. Oh, wait, what? So you think Maddie got out too? I think he's possessed by the house and he's murdering people. When they lit the house on fire and escaped, was that like the house is no longer there, or it's just, oh, you escaped, but there's still going to be other staircases? That was kind of my question at the end. I'm like, did they defeat the house, or did they just figure out how to get out because they worked together? I don't know. And did you guys like the ending? I know some of you said that you prefer open-ended, some of you prefer to have it be stated. Was it a satisfactory ending to you? So if he is out, then he just wanted to escape his family's expectations and start anew. If he's not possessed, that was my thought. But I don't know why he wouldn't reach out to his friends. I don't know why he wouldn't go under a different name if he was trying to hide. You know what I mean? Like, there's things that I don't know that fully make sense on either side. I don't know. Oh, he was outspoken in the 70s and 80s. The old school liberal, yeah. I don't know. I don't see any of his, what did you say? I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe I do follow him on Instagram, but those are just pictures. I don't think he really like posts. I mean, I know he's very political, but I don't know. I don't think he posts that on Instagram, so I don't know that I ever see his political stuff. I chose to believe he got out. He didn't hurt other people. Just started being a hateful loner. Hated his parents, hated his friends, so he just became reclusive. Interesting. And how do you guys feel about the ending? Am I the only one that thought he murdered people? I feel like he murders people. I feel like he only escaped because he let the house in. And he's just been murdering people ever since. Okay, so that iteration of the house is gone or wounded. But because trauma in houses is still going to be a thing, it will either heal or a new one will form. Okay, that's actually a really good point because, yeah, it's not just their trauma that they overcame. What the hell is that? It's at like I wish I saved the part where it was talking about houses and how they, like how it explained how it takes parts of every house and puts them together. But I thought it was a cool concept. Like, that's a neat concept that every bad thing that happens in a house where people are alone and can be themselves fully is put together, and you gotta walk through it and try to figure out how to get out of it and try to beat it. That's a cool concept. I like the concept. Okay, cool. Oh, right, because you said that he is infected by the house, and now it's up to them to help him. That's true. Yeah, no, that's what that's what the house wants. It wants you to bring more people into the house. So yeah, that's probably what he is doing, is like luring those people who are missing, if he's killing people, back up the staircase or a different staircase into the house so they can live or try to live or let the house in and then become possessed and then get let out, and then those are the people who go on and do other terrible things, and then the house grows and grows. Wait, this is a cool concept. Yeah. I'm refusing to believe he murders people. It's fine. That would just make me really sad. I know the book really wants to make you think that he became a serial killer. I just don't want that. Hey, that's totally fine. Last book club, the wolf, when the wolf comes home, everyone had the worst interpretation of the ending. Like, terrible, awful. It made me so sad. I was like, please no. Let me have one good thing. So yeah, no, you believe that he didn't murder people. And yeah, you're right. That also would be sad because he is the one that has the most, or had, I feel like, the most ethics, and like he seemed like the most normal of the group as a kid. It could totally be a sequel for sure. Definitely was left open enough. Oh, interesting. I think he murders people just because the house messed him up and not because it possessed him. That might even be worse, actually, Nat. Yeah, this so all in all, guys, final ratings of this one. What was your final rating of it? And you rate it low, you rate it high, it's your personal rating. It's not, nobody's incorrect. I'm just curious. I'm so confused. It sounds like somebody's mowing a lawn. I'm very confused. Okay, I need to find a piece of paper. Why am I never prepared? And a pen. If I were a piece of paper, where would I be? I cleaned my room and now I don't have just crap lying everywhere. You guys don't... Richard, you don't have vanilla Coke in the UK? I am never going there ever, if that is the truth. You guys don't have vanilla Coke? What? First of all, true or false, vanilla Coke is the only option. It's the only good one. I mean, a regular Coke every once in a while, but vanilla Coke is the best. I really love the part about how how houses become homes. It was very poetic. It made me think about what I do in my personal space. Yes, and if I take good care of the people around me, positive impact. Yeah. I like that too, how it was talking about like how it's the most private you'll ever be. It's the most you'll ever be in your house. So it can be the most positive place and also the most awful place, you know, if you're murdering people. But yeah, I wish that I had saved a few quotes about that, but yes, he spent years in there like Robin Williams and Jumanji. Exactly. He's bound to be screwed up. That's such a good comparison. I, for one, have definite regrets on DNFing. No. Exactly. Yeah, pick it up when you feel like it. But no, I totally see why you did, because the first 100 pages are nothing like the last 300 pages. They're very different books. So I totally get why you would read the first 100 and be like, you know what, this isn't for me. But that's also why I don't DNF books, because you just never know. You never know when things are going to turn around. I just can't do it. And also, talking about books and getting other people's perspective, it always gives you other things to think about, you know? I think every time we finish a book club, I have a different view of a book than when I just read it myself. I gave it 5 stars. Wow. I had a great time with this one, even though it wasn't perfect, yeah. Yeah, so that's the only thing for me. To me, like how I rate books, I'm like 5 stars is perfect. I would change nothing. I gave it a 3.25, a 4. Dude, Richard, I'm never going to the UK, ever. I can't believe they stopped selling vanilla Coke. That is a tragedy. Okay, let me grab a pen and a piece of paper if I can find one. Oh my gosh. Okay. See, this is what happens when I clean my room. It's bad for you. Cleaning is bad for you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys don't have I can't believe you guys don't have vanilla Coke. That is an atrocity. Oh, I hate Dr. Pepper. I am very sorry. I do not like Dr. Pepper. I don't like root beer either. Oh, Nat, you can still get vanilla Coke? Oh, no. Coke Zero, caffeine free. No, 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 no. No. Not the same, not the same. Oh, that's interesting, because I don't even think, like, normally we can't get... Normally, if you're eating at a fast food place, unless you have those giant soda machines, usually it's just regular Coke or Pepsi. I don't know if I've tried lime. Okay, this is going to be disgusting. Have you guys tried peach Coke? They had peach Coke a while ago. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a whore for peaches. I love peaches. Every week I drink peach boba. Peach is like my favorite flavor. Anyways, they made peach Cokes. This was years ago. I actually liked them. I thought they were pretty good. And I've been trying to find them ever since. And we just went to this place in the mall. Well, it was like a few months ago. And they had peach Pepsi. So I was like, oh, maybe this will be the same. It was not the same. It was not good. But the peach Coke, it was pretty good. But I might have been the only person on the planet that enjoyed it. Pepsi with ginger. What? Wait, are you saying... Oh, it was around for a short while. I saw that in China, during the winters, people heat up Coke and put ginger in it. Like they cut up ginger and they boil it with Coke and they drink it. And I thought, I gotta try that. I mean, I don't even like ginger, but I just want to try it because that's so interesting. Hot Coke? I just started it, Richard. It's The Women by Kristen something. It's like a super popular book about women in the Vietnam War or something. Kristen Hanna, The Women. I haven't finished it yet. But I'm just listening to it. I'm not reading it. Death by Chocolate Pumpkin Muffins. That gets me too. If a book has too many errors, you're like, you gotta read this through a few times. Oreo Coke. Yeah. I think I have one in my fridge. I don't think I tried it. I think I tried... Didn't they have Oreo Coke and Coke Oreos or something? I tried the Oreo version. Bye, JC. Mango Coke. What? What are you talking about? Like they sell that? I don't have a backyard, Richard. You grow peaches in your backyard for me and then send them to me. You have a very nice backyard. I just have a patio. Oh, see? You need to be my neighbor. I would eat all of your peaches for you. They would never go to waste. Yeah, I saw somebody talking about how they had a peach tree online and like the animals always get to it. Oh, you have an apricot tree? Limes and lemons? What? Okay, so our thing... Okay. Yeah, if I lived next door, I would eat every single one. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. People were saying that you have to like cover them. Actually, my aunt, she has even a little tiny garden, and the little, they're not gophers, but there's something else. Ground squirrels or something? They keep digging under her garden and stealing all of her stuff. That's not fair. One day maybe I'll have a backyard, but I live in a townhouse right now. We only have a little patio. Okay, Gothic horror books. Does anybody have suggestions for... Oh, that was a lame one. Does anybody have suggestions for next month's category of Gothic horror? Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I can't grow anything. I have one. My brother moved to a different state and he gave me one plant. One plant. And, well, actually, that's not true. He gave me two, but the other one was this plant. It's a plant my mom had. And it's like a very weird plant, and its little tendrils reach out, and if those touch dirt, they make more and more and more. So anyways, my brother has kept this plant alive for the last decade, and he gave me one, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to keep this alive. So I ended up giving it to my aunt because it was not looking too good, and I was like, my mom would be pissed if I killed her plant. So my aunt has that one, but then he gave me one other plant. It's still on my patio. You know what? I'm going to post a picture on it on Instagram to show you how good I am at keeping plants alive. It's sad. It's really sad. Although, I will say it's not 100% my fault because this is the only room in my house that gets a touch of sunlight. Our entire house is like a freaking cave. Okay, Mexican Gothic. Oh, the Phantom of the Opera. Interesting. Phantom of the Opera. The Wolf Leader. Is that Alexander? Is that one like 1,000,000 pages? Too, because I know the account of Monte Cristo is like super long. Oh, the monk. Yes. Oh, you guys are giving great suggestions. Gregory Lewis. Yes, I've wanted to read that one for so long. Yeah, that's probably that one's probably in the public domain. So you can probably just find that one. Watchers. I think this one, The Watchers, has been recommended before. That's fine. I'm just saying. It was a movie. ... from M. Night. Okay. Werewolf Dracula equivalent. Interesting. Oh, the Castle of Otranto. Otranto. That's a weird one. What's your pick? I don't know if I have one. I mean, I'd be super excited to read any of these. I think I have... Do I have Mexican Gothic? I think I bought... Wait, yes, I see it from here. Okay, yeah. So I actually have like most of these books, so that's cool. Oh, okay. That's fine. I mean, even if it's a longer book, we could figure it out, but it just might be a little bit harder to get it read in a month, you know? What is... Melmoth the Wanderer? I don't know what this is. Melmoth the Wanderer. Am I saying that right? Melmoth? We're gonna get some old ones in here. See, this is why I was like, it'd be cool to have a mix of things, you know? Yeah, I have that one too, the Phantom of the Opera. I have it right here. So I've got most of these. Yeah, that's what I would have to do if I had any plants. Oh, but that's another issue. My cat tries to eat everything. The last plant I had, she ate, and I texted a picture. I said, "Hey, my cat ate this," to my brother. He was a vet tech for like 20 years. And he's like, "Oh, that's poisonous to cats." I'm like, "Oh, whoops." She was fine. But yeah, I can't really keep many plants inside either because my cat is demonic. She just gets into everything. And even if it's not poisonous, I still don't want her eating it, you know? So I think I'm just bound to be a no plant household. And then I could keep them outside on the patio, but then I never remember to go out and water them. Oh, Black Magic, I've seen this. That book cover. Marjorie Bowen. Oh, we are suggesting Gothic books for next month's book club. So the category was Gothic horror. My dog ain't Count of Monte Cristo, but gained the ability to speak in Gothic prose. You know, you win some, you lose some. Yeah, I think, is that what Morella is? Is she a tortoiseshell cat? I'm honestly so surprised that she hasn't been all up in my face this entire live stream. Oh yeah, hanging ones, yep. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe putting a shelf up, but then I'm like, "Oh, the cat's gonna figure out a way to get up there." Yeah, we would have to hang them or keep them outside, I think. Cats, I'm telling you, they are demonic. What moves the dead? Key Kingfisher? Is that what I just said? T Kingfisher. Really? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Is she a tortoiseshell? I don't know. We just got her from the pound. She came straight from hell to the pound. A portal. Let me see if, yeah, but she doesn't look like this. I feel like she's like a mixture of two cats, I feel like. Cuz she kind of looks like this, but not really. Oh, she does look like this cat a bit, but she has stripes too. I think she's tortoiseshell. Can she be tortoiseshell and tabby mix? No, she doesn't look like these at all. She's weird. Oh wait, dude, this is my cat. What the fuck? This looks just like her. Whoa, hold on, I gotta send this to Brent. Oh, Tabby and Calico. This must be what she is. Hold on, I gotta send this to Brian. I'm gonna be like, dude, this is our cat. I think this is what she is. Tabby Calico. So maybe she's not tortoiseshell. And see, only this one cat looks like her. She's an anomaly, I swear. I told you my brother was a vet tech for like 15 years. He's like, there is something wrong with your cat. He's like, I've never met a cat like your cat before. He's like, I've been attacked by dogs. And my cat is, yeah, she's a demon. Okay. Tortitude, that's so funny. Richard, is that what it is? Is it? Oh yeah, movie night. Yes. I think we're watching The Summer of Fear. Wait, did I miss any? In a Glass Darkly. Oops. So Shamira cat. Oh, half and half cats. Cats are freaking, cat genetics are crazy. Oh, they're so cute though. Why do they have to be so evil? They're so cute. Yeah, she's got all sorts. She's got every color. So Carmilla, we've already done for book club. Wait. Wait, are there two books called What Moves the Dead? Hello, hello. There are two books called What Moves the Dead. Oh, wait. Wait. I'm confused. Is Ursula Vernon T. Kingfisher? Are those the same people? Oh, okay. I was very confused. Because it shows both names. Okay, Salem's Lot. Is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow a full novel? I wrote The Legend of Sleepy Holly. How many page numbers is this? Hello? No, I don't want to try your AI. What? It says it ranges from 74 to 500 pages. Like, tell me how many pages it is. What are you talking about? Okay, I think it's a shorter one. That's fine. Yeah, Della doesn't really bite. She's actually a very sweet cat. She more just gets into stuff. Uncle Silas by La Fenu. No, it's totally fine. No, I think Carmilla was actually was it our first book club book? It was a long time ago. It was like probably this time last year. Most calicos are female and most ginger or orange cats are male. I do know that orange cats are usually male. I did have an orange female cat though. When that was my first pet. Her name was Tatum. She was like my best friend in the whole world. And then I thought I liked cats. And then she passed away, and then I got Morella, and I was like, I think I'm a dog person. The Hellbound Heart, you're saying? Or... Oh, yeah, Richard, yeah. Do you want me to type them up for you? Yeah, no, Carmilla's a perfect suggestion for the category. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, I'll leave a thing on Patreon for any more book suggestions too, and on Instagram too. Yeah, I think that's one. I don't think I've ever read the original Sleepy Hollow book. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe it was The Eyes Are the Best Part. But that one was pretty soon after. Okay, so we have. Oh my gosh, hello, can I type? Oh my gosh, what is happening? I think most of these should be fine considering a lot of these are older books. And the ones that aren't are super popular, so I think you should be able to have all these. And I don't think any of these are new. Like 20, 25 books. Maybe this Black Magic one is newer. Maybe What Movies the Dead. I should not type and talk at the same time. In a glass darkly. Hello. Oh, hold on, I have to send it in 2 separate ones. Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Uncle Silas. Let us know. Okay, hold on. I think that will be. Would you consider would the Hellbound Heart be? It's probably like 200 pages, huh? Yeah, isn't it crazy? I thought just all cats were the same. Yeah, that's so weird to me. Some cats really are just evil, and then some cats are so freaking sweet. And Morella is just, she's right in the middle. Like, she is actually really sweet. She just wants to sleep on me all the time. She headbutts me every time she sees me. She is very sweet, but she's also just gets into everything. And I don't understand. She cannot chill for 5 seconds. Like, I have 2 dogs, and they rarely get into anything. They just hang out. They're just normal. And anytime I hear something, I'm like, Morella, what are you getting into? Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, yeah, Richard, let us know. Thank you very much. He's just checking to make sure that, because some of the previous books that we selected, I think it was for a few book clubs ago, some of the options weren't available in the UK because they were newer books, and sometimes we have different publication dates. So he's just making sure that they're available. Everything's available for everyone. Are you guys either from the UK or the US? Liz, how are you? Yeah. Morella definitely thinks she runs the house, that's for sure. She's got issues with Marlo, and she just beats the crap out of Marlo all day. Okay, I'm also gonna just search Gothic horror books. I'm just curious what comes up. Oh, really? That's a Gothic horror book? The Witchcraft for Wayward Girls? I guess what defines a Gothic horror book? Because I know castles and stuff, but what else? Unsettling atmosphere, supernatural elements, and reoccurring themes of decay, death. So like every horror book ever could technically be in this category. And the past haunting the present. I feel like that's so broad. Dilapidated castles or mansions. Characters tormented by their past or dark forces, exploring psychological turmoil, guilt, and confinement. It's an outgrowth of romantic literature, blends horror with suspense, mystery, sometimes elements of romance, aiming to evoke feelings of dread, awe, and terror in the reader. Yeah, I feel like I'm bad at figuring out categories. Because am I wrong, or would that be every horror book ever? Some of these are just over 100 pages. That's fine if you guys want a short one, that's okay. Like, I'm trying to think, how does that Grady Hendrix book, how would that be Gothic? Just because it has witches in it? Okay, so you want to add 6 rooms? By Gemma Amor. Interesting. Yeah, I love We Have Always Lived in That Castle. That's such a good book. That's one of my favorites. Did I type it wrong? Wolf. It's supposed to be Wolf Leader, sorry. Wolf Leader. Right? I typed it with a D too. Yeah, the Wolf Leader. My bad. The Mysteries of Udolpho. Who's Udolpho? Okay, well we'll lead it. I'll put page numbers and everything for the quiz. I'm just gonna leave it up to Patreon. You guys can decide. And also, just because it's suggested doesn't mean that it'll be picked in the thing either, you know? And if you guys want to read a 600-page book, then we'll read a 600-page book. And then, so, do you guys want to do this for October too? Or do you guys want kind of open range in October? Or do you want to pick a specific category like monster books or something, you know, because it's October? Okay, cool. I will let you know what else gets selected. Because we can do this too, just pick a random category in October, but since it is October and it's like, you know, our month, I'm thinking maybe that one we just leave open and anybody can recommend any book if there's something specific that you want to read that month. What do you guys think? Any suggestions? This was a good book club talk. I feel like I enjoyed this discussion about this book. What do you guys think for October? Categories, no categories? This is already so many suggestions. Now I'm like, it's going to be a lot when I ask Instagram too. But that's fine because I'll just pick 6, so it doesn't really matter. I guess we can decide later for October. Oh, how fun! That's awesome. I'm glad that you were able to get something from it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, do you just want to read Halloween books or... But also, like, monsters, I feel like, are... Like, Salem's Lot is a super popular Halloween book, and that has nothing to do with October or Halloween. You know? So do we just keep it completely open? Do you want a Halloween specific topic? We could also just do like specific topics just for Halloween, like just monsters, just October, just fall, just blah, blah, blah. You guys think about it. Let me know what you think after that. And then let's figure out when next book club will be. Because I keep scheduling things on freaking holidays because I'm an idiot. So I will post on Instagram tonight. And then people have 24 hours to submit a book. And then I'll give Patreon a few days. So if we do, yeah, that should be fine. Should we do the 28th of next month? September 28th? Let me make sure it's not a freaking holiday. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, or the 21st actually would be technically. Because here, 1, 2, 3, oh no, the 28th. Can I count? That will give us, if we do the 28th, that'll give us 4 full weeks to read after the book has been selected. Are you guys available for the 28th? Yeah. Yeah, like Halloween tropes, haunted houses, monsters, slashers. Yeah, that would be good. I want to do like a goosebump like reading sprints, but we only read Goosebumps or something for a day and then just see how many Goosebumps we can get read. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking starting September 1st on, I'm only reading monster books or something. Yeah, it's the monster month of the year. You got to read as much as possible. Okay, that I think that'll be fun because some of the categories like I don't know, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I feel like it won't feel right to read it in October, you know? I only have a few. I probably have like 7 or something Goosebumps books. But wouldn't that be so fun? Reading sprints of just Goosebumps? I'm gonna try to do a few more lives on here for October, because I think for Patreon, I think we're just gonna mainly watch movies for October. I have 4 still, Richard. And I want to open them so bad, but then, I want one for a video, and I'm so nervous that I'm going to open one that would be the best for the video. But I've been dying to. Should I open one? Guys, should I open a Mini Brands box? Oh, I'm the same. Yeah, I had a whole collection of Goosebumps books, and yep, all of them got donated, and I regret that every day. Oh, that's so cute. Collecting them for your kids. I love that. I will buy them at my used bookstore if they're like the old 90s brown page ones, but I won't buy any of the new white page like reprints of the books. Should I? Okay, you convinced me. One person says do it. I'm like, okay, fine. Let me grab one. Okay, guys, so this was my thought. This is why I bought them. I bought them because I want to open them and then read whatever book is in them for a video. So I have these 2 mini brands. This one's heavy, so I might do this one because I feel like this one might have a bookshelf in it, which means less books. But then I also have these 2. So what do I open? The light one, the heavy one, or one in the pack? I don't know. I know, I don't take much convincing, because I've been thinking, I'm like, should I open one on live? No, I won't, but you brought it up, so heavy one? Should I do the heavy one? Point horror books. They always seem to me like the teenage version of Goosebumps. No, I don't think so, point horror. I don't think I've heard of those. All right, we'll do the heavy guy. Oh. And then, did you guys know Nancy Drew isn't a writer? It's just different people write under the Nancy Drew name. I feel like I was way too old when I figured that out. Why are these not that easy to open, though? Okay, also, this is the series 2. So this has even more books than the first series does. Oh, there's another one I forgot. Damn it. Sorry, was that super loud? I just read those Bailey School Kids in elementary school. Those were my jam. Yeah, so maybe we could do like themed reading sprints, like childhood horror books or horror from the 90s or whatever, and then I don't know. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Should I do it? Yeah, I've never heard of point horror. That's interesting. I haven't read December Park, but I did buy it on Kindle Unlimited, or rent it on whatever it is. Okay, ready? Oh, really? The original person wrote the first like 100. Whoa, there's a lot in here. Okay. Okay, let's open this. I'm pretty sure this is a... I don't think this is a bookshelf, guys. What the hell is this? What the fuck? I just see... You're not going to be able to see. Do you see that? It's just a cat's eyes staring at me. Why is there a cat in here? Dude, this is a chunky cat. Why is there a cat in here? I didn't know they had, like, things. You still can't see, huh? Okay, well, don't know why a cat came. Actually, you know what? It makes perfect sense because a cat on top of my bookshelves. Yeah. All right, then we have 3 books. First book. Oh, you can't read it, guys. It's Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Can you see if I put it really close? Come on, focus, you bitch. Focus, you little bitch. Gosh darn it. Guys, it's so cute. It's Jane Eyre. Oh, this is so cute. I love Ronald Malfi too. I heard the cat chat, yeah. That's so true. I really thought it was a bookshelf. Yes, Jane Eyre is like one of my favorite books of all time. I fucking love this book. So this is honestly one of the ones that I wanted most. So I'm so excited for this. And also glad that I didn't get it for the video because since I've already read it, you know? So that's cool. I know, I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix my camera. You know what? Check on Instagram after. I'll post these close-up pictures so you can see them, okay? We'll do that. Let me write a note so. And I'll show you this freaking cat. Because, dude, these are the shelves. Like, look at how freaking huge this cat is. These are the shelves for the mini brands. Look at her. She's as big as the damn shelf. I gotta figure out my lighting. Okay. Well, guys, that was... Oh, gosh, my books are falling everywhere. That was a success. I'd be happy if I just got this one. I'm so excited. Okay, next up. What have we got? Oh, okay. This is Never Never by Colleen Hoover. Also glad that I don't have to read this. Never heard of this, never read it. Not sure what this is. But if you'd like, I can read you the first line. A crash. Books fell to the speckled linoleum floor. They skid a few feet, whirling in circles, and stop near feet. My feet. I don't recognize the black sandals or the red toenails, but they move when I tell them to, so they must be mine, right? A bell rings, shrill. Ah, cute. So cute. I can also read you the first line of Jane Eyre. It is... Actually, I don't know if I could read this. There was no possibility of taking a walk that day. We had been wandering, indeed, in the leafless shrubbery an hour in the morning. This one's a little bit harder to read. Guys, this is so cute. Okay, last one. Ready? Well, you missed the talk of the book, but you didn't miss opening tiny books. So... It's so the first page you can read of the book, but then after that it's just kind of scribbles and you can't read them. But you can read the first page. I bought them. The single ones I bought at Target, and then the pack I think I just got from Amazon. How do I pronounce that? Lygia? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, next we got we got a horror one, guys. No freaking way. Oh my gosh. Okay, definitely check Instagram after this because I want you guys to see how cool this cover is. I got Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So actually, this one was perfect because I've read Jane Eyre, I've read Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and I don't want to read this Colleen Hoover book. So this was actually the perfect one to open. And what the fuck is this freaking cat? So this was actually a perfect one to open today. So, okay, this Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde one, the cover is really cool. And I'll read you the first sentence if I can read it. Story of the door. Oh, this one's going to be hard too. Mr. Utterson, the lawyer, was a man of rugged countenance that was never lighted by a smile. Cold, scanty, and embarrassed in discourse. Backward in sentiment. Lean, long, dusty, dreary, and yet somehow lovable. Whew, that was hard. Yeah, it would. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if that's how this works. Oh, Lizea? Where did that Z come from? Wait, what is that from a book? Is that from an Edgar Allan Poe book, since that's what Marilla's from? Lizea. It should be Lygia. I can't pronounce anything. I don't know. I have no idea, but I truly did not know that they had characters in here. Okay, so this is the little guidebook thing. Let's see if we got anything unique. So they have Nancy Drew books in here. And they have like the ones with the yellow. I don't know if these are still around, but like when I was a kid, they had a little yellow strip on the top and they said Nancy Drew number whatever. They have a book called Eloise. It looks like a little kid's book. I don't know what that is. They have a lot of Roald Dahl books. They do have a Dracula, which I would be so excited if I got. They have a Sherlock Holmes. Okay, so it looks like this is... Oh my gosh, cute. They also have little bookmarks, and they have a Dracula teeny tiny bookmark and a Jane Eyre teeny tiny bookmark. That would be cute. I didn't get any bookmarks this time. Did I? I did! I got the Prince and the Pauper bookmark. Wow, glad I checked that. I need to make sure I didn't miss anything else in there. I think that's it. I want that Dracula bookmark. I'm immediately going and buying 100 more of these. Okay, so Jane Eyre is a rare one. We got a rare one, guys. Oh no, mark the ones I got. Okay, got Jane Eyre. They have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, Forever in Blue. They have 2 Sherlock Holmes. They have Sense and Sensibility and Emma by Jane Austen. Girls in Pants, whatever the fuck that is. A Different Colleen Hoover, Frankenstein, A Different Colleen Hoover, James and the Giant Peach, The Second Summer of the Sisterhood. A lot about pants in here. The House on the Cliff, don't know what that is. The Secret Garden, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Dracula, Prince and the Pauper, Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn, Little Women, Pride and Prejudice, and Moby Dick. Oh, imagine if I got Moby Dick and I had to read a 1,000-page book. I'd be so mad. Cute. Okay, so I got this Colleen Hoover book. This is ultra rare. And I got Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is common. So I got 1 common, 1 rare, and 1 ultra rare. Wow. And then I got this bookmark. Cute. But what's weird is it does show a cat. Collect them all. So you can get a cat, a magnifying glass, a cup, like a teacup, a little candle stick, or a teeny tiny lamp. You can get a mini lamp or a bookcase. Yeah, no wonder why that one was heavy. That cat weighs like, dude, this is a large cat. Brian! Bri! Come here! I'm really excited. Look at what I got in my mini one. I got this cat.
Cool.
I got Jane Eyre. I got Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And I got this, I don't know, I haven't read that. I don't know what that is. Never, Never. Isn't that so cool?
It's pretty sweet.
And I got this mini bookmark. It says The Prince and the Pauper on it.
Cool.
I don't know what this is though. Like, feel how heavy she is. I don't know. Oh, and it doesn't even say on here either.
Is this rare?
Well, it just says you can collect these. Oh! Wait, that's not in English. Never mind. I thought it was telling me what the cat's name was or what the hell it was. It doesn't say if it's rare or anything. It just has random stuff. What is this flipping cat? What if I Google it? Oh no, where'd my mouse go? Oh shit, that's not right. Mini Brands cat. That's not right either. Hello, hello, what is happening? Oh no. How do I get out of here? There we go. Mini Brands cat. White cat. Okay, I don't think that this is like from anything. It just says Mini Brands White Cat Series 2. It doesn't say what it is. So I think it's just a cat. I don't know why.
They always make their ways into some small things.
I can sell her on eBay for $6. Dang. Mini Brands book series, White Cat. That's all it says. What is this white freaking cat? Okay, I don't know, man. The cat's the only one that you have. Oh, okay, a post story, yeah. Where the narrator's strong-willed first wife possesses the body of the second. Wait, no, that's Marilla, right? Like, that's what happens in Morella. Oh, that's a good question. So the Sherlock Holmes ones are the Complete Novels and Stories Volume 1 and the Complete Novels and Stories Volume 2. Yeah, they have Mini Moby Dick. That would be a cool one to get, but I would not want to read that one for a video in a week. Yeah, I'm assuming the only reason why they have super popular books because they have to like get the licensing for them. And these are all either in the public domain or like really popular authors, so I'm assuming why. But yeah, I mean, that would be so cool if you could get a little mini Stephen King book, a mini Dennis Cooper, oh god, a mini of the Sluts. That would be so awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up too. I'm really excited. I'm excited to show you guys up close what they look like. They're so cute. They're so cute. Except for this, like I don't know what to do with this. I just don't even understand. But I guess it's just random because there's just a teacup and a lamp, so it's just what you would find on a bookshelf. Or like, oh, you read books, you probably like cats. I feel like that's what most people think. Very interesting. Yeah, so I think out of all of them, I think I would like to have the Moby Dick. Obviously, Dracula is like #1. Wait, why did I mark that I got Moby Dick? Hello? Why did I do that? Oh, I marked Moby Dick instead of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh, did I say they have Little Women, Pride and Prejudice, and Wuthering Heights too? Oh, I would like a Wuthering Heights one. So I could burn it! No, I'm just kidding. Just joking, just joking. No, the series 2 I think just came out. I think, if I'm not mistaken, because when I ordered it, let me see. Yeah, June 2025. Because when I ordered the original one, these, I had to wait a few weeks before they came. So these just came out. And I think the original ones only had a few books. But so these are new, so that's good. So I think that they're going to keep doing them. If people buy them all. Go buy them all. They're so cute. It would be cool if they had other little trinkets in there too. I can't get over. That would be so funny if you just open it. It was just a little Dennis Cooper's The Sluts. That would be so fucking funny. Oh, it's similar to Morella. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, well now I'm gonna have to go read that. Oh, yeah, okay. So Morella, I think it's that she possesses her own daughter, not a different woman. Like her own daughter comes back and the reincarnated Morella. And then the guy just raises his daughter. And he's like, oh, she doesn't have a name. And then when she's like 10, he's like, hey, what's your name? And she's like, Morella. It's like, maybe you should name your daughter. You know what? That is true. I'm surprised there aren't Harry Potter ones too. But you would think, like, obviously these are authors that, like, you know, she releases the Harry Potter name to absolutely everything, so. Oh, that's true too. Yeah. Well, that's because she's dead. Well, this was fun. I'm glad that you convinced me to do that. And I'm glad that I looked for a bookmark. And I will keep this one for next time. And I will be opening, I might do the light one, because this feels like there's maybe more books in this one. So maybe I'll do this one for a video, and I'll just open it and read whatever it is, and just hope it's not Moby Dick. Not that I don't want to read Moby Dick, but it's just, you know, a long guy. All right, cool. Okay, guys. Well, I think I'm going to go eat. I'm hungry. I think I'll try to read whatever it is. The only thing is, if it's like Moby Dick, I'm not going to be able to read it in a week. If it were these 3 books, Jane Eyre, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and some Colleen Hoover book, I could read that in a week, you know? But obviously, if I'm getting Moby Dick, I'm not going to be able to read that. And I wonder if only these 3 come together, or if it's just completely random, so I can get like a Jane Eyre with a Dracula. I don't know. I guess we will see. Marilla, look, I got a friend for you. Marilla, do you want it? Here. It's your little kitty friend. She's disgusted. My other cat, Tatum, my first cat I had, if she saw another cat, she would throw up. Like, she was like, what is that? And then she would just throw up. Talk about social anxiety. All right, guys. Well, thank you for hanging out. This has been very fun. Thank you very much for suggesting I open that mini brands, because that was awesome. And now I feel like I know what to expect from the other ones. Also, thanks for the interesting discussion on The Staircase in the Woods. That was a cool one. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and, you know, giving all your suggestions for book club and all that. Yes, I'll see Patreon for movie night next Saturday. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And if you guys have any suggestions for what we do for October, if you guys would rather games, if you want to see, reading sprints, if you guys want more lives in October. Oh, we could do another pumpkin carving party. We did that last year. And then I made you guys a quiz. We could do that too. I'll ask that on Instagram, and then you guys could give me suggestions for that. But thanks very much, and I will post the video of the 6 that I selected. Wait, is this going to make any sense? Okay, I'm going to post tonight on Instagram of any other Gothic book recommendations. Tomorrow, after I get all those suggestions, I'll post the video on Instagram of the 6 books that were selected. Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense. And then I will let you guys know, obviously, after Patreon picks the book, then I'll let you know which book has been selected. But otherwise, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. I'm going to go drink my Coke and eat some food, and I will see you soon. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend.